Are you big on FC24? In fact, are you big on esports? Well, there's one place to be. There is a high stakes tournament coming up with 500,000 naira. Yes, 500,000 naira, and it is the CADE Esports Cup for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. The Pro Clubs League action, which has been enjoyable so far, it has been running for a few weeks now. We've seen some excellent performances, like the table toppers Get Clubbed already dominating in the tournament, and the subpar ones as well on Solid, who are kind of struggling in the league so far. But the CADE Esports Cup gives chance to everybody, and we might definitely see some upsets in that one. You do not want to miss this one. It will be played in the Champions League format, where we'll have groups and 2 teams will be qualifying out of the groups into the knockout stages. You do not want to miss. The draw takes place this Saturday, so make sure to be there at the GG Arena YouTube channel for all the action, and the action itself when the CADE Esports Cup begins is on Tuesday at 10 p.m. every week. So I will be there. The predictions will be open. Our giveaways will also be there. There's everything for you. CADE Esports Cup, we are coming big.
See, I think the Nigerian Pro Clubs League has produced definitely some amount of goals which we have enjoyed so far. On your screens right now is Niggas in Debt as they take on Eagles FC in this matchup, as Niggas in Debt kindly leading on that scoreline as they do. And just like that, the crossing coming in one. The Niggas in Debt will seal the 3 points, and they could add another goal to just put the icing on the cake. Haaland with the ball into the finish, stamps his authority all over the game, and they're greedy to finish it up. Niggas in Debt seal the victory. Niggas in Debt, who are definitely looking for those points, come up against GFC. GFC, madly lead of those points, just has 1 point to their name. 1 draw, 5 losses. I mean, very, very important game for them as they come up against Niggas in Debt. On your screens, and already the man in white making things count. Niggas in Debt starting off class. I think it's even trickier, and you've got to be alert to the danger. But so far, so good. The defenders have stayed there. But what a move and what a finish. This time the cross didn't go into the far post. Aimless chaos for this matchup. Uptown VLs, everybody who's made this a lot more fun as we head into the second half of the action. Uptown VFC. I mean, I like what I'm seeing. Shots! I just didn't have an answer. I said at the start of the stream that we will have some teams who don't have wins make some noise, but just like that, Abuja XI with a huge opportunity with the whole of the goal to him, but making no mistake, powering of the table, the likes of Onsali, GFC, and Uptown VFC. My oh my, they have put up a big fight. Well, I'm not sure they'd be happy about that one. A very questionable penalty goes in the way of Abuja XI. Will they make them pay? From 12 yards, Lancelot Hofstadts finishes it. 3 goals to 1 now. The mark striker. Well, probably one of the top winning end. You're not going to care. You're just going to be excited that you are the one. Just taking time off that club, I'm sure. At our VSC will be looking to find their way back, but it's looking like a very long way back now. Let me talk. She's doing all the talking up front there. On the volley, goalkeeper, no chance in hell of Abuja X, and then midfield dominance from the likes of Farouk Manzo and Lancelot in those areas have just been incredible. But that could be for the games we've seen today. Have had loads of goals. Remember that 5-4 game in which Big Guns FC took the victory in those final minutes to get them the victory. It's very, very important that we see that one, which closes it. If that had been ruled as a goal, surely contender for goal of the season. But the linesman said that wasn't the best, but he's not going to. As the Familiar FC equalized with a cross of their own. Well, they're getting another cross and it works. Well, that's deja vu. You beat me with a cross, I can do that too. Whatever you can do, I can do better. And they greedy. You kind of just feel a pep in their step with how quick and crisp those passes have been. Prince Kelvin though went about for KD Sports, but that's not when to lose the ball though. They could be punished. They've got bodies up front. The Familia have to make this one work, and they do. That's how to put the press on. Could we call this one gang pressing? Incredible. It's Monday, and you know what time it is. Monday at 9 p.m. Ghana time, 10 p.m. Niger time. You know there's only one place to be, the GG Arena channel for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. We're into match day 22 now. Time has gone by very, very quickly. The games have come by very, very quickly, and we've enjoyed every single thing up to here now. As usual, my name is Slimo, your host for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. I am going to be your caster for today as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as we are going to head straight into the action. I've got word that some of the games have already begun, and I'm seeing some of the games begin already. So up there, your shot is on Solid, who take on Big Guns. On Solid versus Big Guns is going to be one of our games in match day 22. In match day 22, we also have Marshall FC and KD Sports, also lock horns. Abuja XI FanQuest Pro, the Familia, and Big Guns will also do battle. Nameless Chaos, NGFC, Uptown VFC, Kerry's FC, GG Arena, and Get Clapped will also get ready for us. So that's how things are looking like now for match day 22 of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. If this is your first time here, kindly subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the stream if this is your first time here, because on Mondays and Thursdays, this is what we do. This is how we break everything down into bits. So make sure you've got everything set up for all the action that is going to unravel. So it is in this matchup on Solid, who take on Big Guns. Big Guns, who were quite disappointing last week. I'm sure they'd be looking to bounce back. Big Guns, who kind of dropped some points last week. They were the ones closest to get clapped. And last week, they dropped a few of those points. Were unable to kind of mount that pressure that we're expecting from them and get clapped. And it just kind of maybe took the attention off of them a bit. But I for one, was very high on them. Huge save from the goalkeeper. Big Gunter and the Whites, by the way, as they attack again. Into the goal in the midfield area. That time, just on the edge of the box, gets his shot blocked. Great start to the game already from Big Guns, the team who desperately needs the bounce back soft with the 10. They still got a chance here. Knocking at the door vehemently. No, Dappy almost repaid for all their efforts up front. We're heading closer and closer to the first half of this matchup. Great start already from Big Guns. Cross comes in, back post can't get it to knock it down. What a start it has been for Big Guns and on Solid. We'll have to find a way to get back into the game, and that's the kind of system that we've seen in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. If you start very well and you don't get a goal out of that, you can sometimes be punished. And you kind of feel like Big Guns might be on that trajectory if they don't get a goal anytime soon. Dead shot. Has the option, so decides to go with the one on the left. Big switch of plays to find soft. Bablo, great turn into Dappy. Fortunately for him, it bounces back, but the short attempt is also blocked. So, if you just joined us, this is the Nigerian Pro Clubs League brought to you by GG Arena, FLS Script Sports Network, and KD Sports. Big chance for Nsali just comes off the woodwork. And just like that, the team that was under the coach, the team that was under loads of pressure, almost went out by a goal to nil. That is the beauty of the sport. And that's the cruelty of the sport as well. Big Guns, who have been attacking for majority of this game, nearly conceded from Unsolid's first attack. That's crazy. What's in midfield? Big switch of play to find Wavy Young Chief. has the pace and of course the dribbling also to match. I've seen him do stuff like that, that he can wiggle his way around defenders like that and be able to create such great opportunities. That time, the shot from distance just over the top of the bar. We are about to head into halftime, and let me give you a shot of how the table looks like in our Nigerian Pro Clubs League as we see what also happens elsewhere. Remember that in match day 22, we've got some big games coming up. I'm really closely looking forward to that game between Unsullied, not Unsullied actually. I think is that GG Arena, exactly. GG Arena FC and Get Club, two teams who have been impressive so far. Get Club, of course, are table toppers. They're up to the 50-point mark, the only team with 50 points already in the league season. I think they're leading Big Guns now by 4 or 5 points. They have been impressive so far. Let's check out the other games and see what is happening. But in your shots, there is what is also going down in on the league table. So you've got Get Clapped who are up on the league log. They've done extremely well up till now. We'll have to see a lot more for them. And I think when you've got stuff like this, it just tells you that there's a lot more to come from teams like these. And if they're able to put the press on, they are in a strong position to win the championship, and they've got a very strong chance of doing that as well. I've got where that the Nameless Chaos game is also about to begin. That Nameless Chaos game, which is going to be between, let me check that, Nameless Chaos. Is that going to be against GFC? Well, they've also entered into a snag. They've hit a snag, and we'll check on them later as and when that game begins. Mm. The Pro Clubs League, we've been running for how many weeks now? But I call it 3 or 4, almost a month into action, and it's been a joy for me bringing you this excellent stream. It's definitely been an excellent league. I should call it an excellent league. I think all the players have done a tremendous job. They've done an extremely tremendous job. They've been great so far. I think the commitment with which the players are playing is something that you should commend, and I'm looking forward to more commitment till we end the season. We're already past the halfway mark, so we enter the business end of the season. You can tell everybody is taking it seriously, and kudos to each and every single one of those players who's making this league possible. It's been a joy to be the caster for this league. I'm getting that game. I think Kerry's FC are in battle, and they will catch a glimpse of them very shortly in their matchup. Their matchup that comes against Kerry's FC. Kerry's FC. I think they go up against Uptown VFC in that matchup. Let's go and check out what is going on there. So there they are in your shots. Kerry's FC already up by a goal to nil. Kerry's FC, who've been one of those teams that has been struggling. They definitely need this win, up by a goal to nil. Great start from them. Let's see what is happening here. They get a foul in and around that area. Good distance as well. He could try to attempt it. And we know of Fascist prowess. He has the ability to hit them like this. Well, it's actually Uptown VFC who are looking for the equalizer. Uptown VFC with Twins Tiger from the stands. Can he get it to go? Free kick comes in, but a brilliant block. Well, that was a very, very huge one. Very solid block to prevent that one from going in. Sure, in the midfield. Was there a disconnect? And sometimes this happens with pro clubs. If you're not familiar with pro clubs and this is your first time here, pro clubs is a mode where it's 11v11. And when I say 11v11, every player on the pitch is controlled by um one single person. So it's not like 1v1 action where one player is playing is controlling the whole of the team. There are 11 players controlling each and every one on the virtual pitch, and that's how things work here. And that's how come you can get just one player standing idle because maybe he has been disconnected, and of course AI will have to take over. Carries FC. I buy a goal to nil in this one, looking to dominate, looking to control affairs so far. DXO into Fasha. That time the through ball, maybe not in the best of positions to go around there, but I like the intent. I like the idea with which that runs and the through ball in a crowded area as the Uptown VFC voice can defend well. DXO again. His runs from the right flank indeed has been impressive in the league so far. He's been one of those guys to watch, and it's been enjoyable watching him. Fash comes in the cross again, headed out and cleared. As Twin Tiger can come away with it. Highest done. Uptown VFC searching for that equalizer. I think they've been attacking very well. Back post cross comes in. And you know what? I've had the privilege of also casting over the Ghana Pro Clubs League, and I must say there's a significant difference between how the Ghanaians play their pro clubs and how the Nigerians play their pro clubs. And it's been a joy for me witnessing the difference in the balance. Because when Nigerian Pro Clubs League, I think they are more gifted with understanding the kind of style that they want to play. Because usually most of them are looking for the back post cross. So if you've got the best of that team into a Nigerian setup, I think they could be dangerous. For the Ghanaians, they want to be more fluid, and I think maybe they've got more variety. They're more versatile because I see them do a lot more things. For the Nigerians, they've got the back post cross down to the wire that if you do not defend them well, you could be in trouble. That's how I view both of those leagues, and it's been a pleasure for me to be able to cast over both leagues. It's definitely been one hell of a time here. DXO on the 10 again. Town VFC on the break. Still looking for the equalizer. They've knocked at the door for a very long time, and I think they've kind of been stagnant in front of goal. That final pass still eludes them. Frank Castle. Carries FC into Famzi. Well, there is another goal for Carries FC. They get the second one to go down. A big goal in this tie. Carries FC but currently in 13th place with just 18 points on the league log. Desperately needing this win, have been able to get that second goal to go down. So incredible stuff from them. And well worked goal, well deserved goal as a matter of that. And I think they've just got to keep grinding at it, and we could probably see them actually win this game. Plus one added time. Carries FC maybe looking to add a third before the halftime whistle goes. Munier with all the pace to work with. He's looking for the back post cross, ignores it. Maybe the cutback situation. Gets into Black Boy. Decides to go for the jugular. That would have been brilliant if that had gone in. And halftime comes up in that matchup as well with Kerry's FC dominant. Kerry's FC dominant. Kerry's FC have been impressive. We're switching our attentions over to another game which is in the pipeline. We are seeing Nameless Chaos take on GFC. Nameless Chaos and GFC do battle. Nameless Chaos, one of those teams that has been putting pressure on the league leaders. Too fast for you, Great 10. They almost got their second goal to go down. Nameless Chaos in the red and black, kicking from left to right. And GFC in the blue and the white, kicking from right to left. Nameless Chaos. And I think when I put up the table earlier, you'd realize that Nameless Chaos have just falling short a bit. They are currently in fifth place with 40 points. They are, I think, about 8 points behind the league leader. So they definitely have a chance in this league to topple the league leaders. And in this game, they've got to grind out and get the win. Here they come again. Step over from call 7 for sure. That's going to be a penalty. And ref agrees with me. That was so blatant of a foul to give away. And Nameless Chaos have a chance to seal the deal with Bones from 12 yards. Have a chance to get the second ball. They switch up as it scores 7 from 12 yards. Scores straight right down the middle. Well, it wasn't through the middle, I should call it. Maybe a little bit over to the right, but goalkeeper couldn't do anything about that one. I'm sure he'd probably be disappointed a bit that he couldn't get anything on that, but from a Nameless Chaos standpoint, that's great news for them. They're able to get a second to go with. And they are by 2 goals to 0. And they're now sizzling. Maybe a third coming soon. Bones, great passes to full fast for you. That time the shot deflected out for a corner, but I like the intensity in which they are playing. There they come again. Corner work shot into too fast for you again. Great 10. Defender reads that well. GFC under humongous pressure. A lot of pressure that is going to be extremely difficult to deal with. They're already down by 2 goals to 0. And Nameless Chaos aren't stopping anytime soon. Mark, into Pitobi. Wozniak clears. Call 7. Great long ball. Goalkeeper Daniels comes and cools things down for GFC. They'll be needing a lot more control in this game. So when the goalkeeper gets it, I think he has to take his time. That time, he threw the ball too early, and Nameless Chaos can have a chance to attack their goal again. But this has been a chaotic performance from GFC. I think they'll need to settle into this game a lot more. As Santana in the midfield now cools things down a bit. This is what we've been calling for. Cool things down a bit and process the way back into the game. Because at this point, Nameless Chaos are running circles around them. Long step overs. And sends the running for Bones. Too fast for you. On the 10. Over the top. For Bones again. Cross comes in looking for the man at the back post. A call 7's persistence wins him the ball back. But that touch, that heavy touch, gets it away from him. But just as we've been saying, GFC just can't hold on to it. And here comes Nameless Chaos again. Queen Mother. Great 10. Big switch of play. We've seen this numerous times, opening up the pitch, making it seem as big as possible in front of GFC, who are kind of just struggling to keep up with the energy as the half comes to an end. Great stuff from Nameless Chaos. The team currently putting the pressure on the league leaders, continuing in the same feed. Well, we've had another interesting turn of events in the game which we left earlier. Kerry's FC versus Uptown VFC is turning into a firecracker. Kerry's FC, who were up by 2 goals to 0 earlier in this game, have now conceded 1 goal. It's now 2 goals to 1. And there might just be every moment in the end of this one. Defender comes and clears. As Kerry's FC can come on the attack again. Munier, great pass that finds Fash. Look at the options at the top. He finds one with Black Boy. Total football from Kerry's FC as they get the third. They get some more breathing space now. Great stuff. And immediately Fash got onto the ball. Then you could see that his teammates were running for the back post cross. Two of them that he overloaded the right side and he had a lot of options to find. And he did find Black Boy, and Black Boy made it as easy as you'd like. They are by 3 goals to 1. Here comes Fash again. Cross comes in again. That time just misses Black Boy as DXO can come for it. Frank Castle in the midfield with a huge interception to be able to get it back for them. But that is the stuff of dreams for Kerry's FC. The ability for the players to be on the same wavelength. I'm sure the manager will surely be happy with what he's seen today and is looking increasingly like they might just seal those 3 points. Khalid Destroy. Cross comes in from DXO again. Goalkeeper comes and claims easily. But I think this makes huge ripples in the table. And I kind of feel like I say this every week. But that's the absolute truth. That is the absolute truth with how this thing works. We've always got situations where you always have games like these that mean a lot to how the table looks like. And I feel like this game has the potential. On to the 80th minute with just 10 minutes to go. They give it away. Well, was I reacting there? That was offside, actually. Here is FC. I thought they had their fault, but just look at them. Keep on the press, and they look like they might have just sealed all the 3 points. Let's switch our attentions to another game where I think it has the potential to go down to the wire. We'll see how things are also going on in that game. Nameless Chaos and GFC in battle. All right, so that game, Nameless Chaos, up by 2 goals to nil. I think 2-0 is sometimes the most dangerous lead, and not just in traditional football, but in esports as well. When you've got that 2 goal lead, you can start when you start resting on your laurels and you start thinking you've got the game at the scruff of the neck, you've won the game literally. It could backfire against you. And when your opponent gets one, I know the kind of pressure that comes with it because I also play these games and I know the kind of pressure that comes with leading by 2 goals, having your opponent get 1 goal back. It can create a lot of pressure for you. And I think these nameless kills has to be wary of the threat that GFC poses. Here comes GFC on the counter, has bodies forward, but long goals, driving forward and winning the head. I think that was huge for them because GFC had a lot of bodies going forward. Bones, ball towards Hilton, and that's surely the best of the bunch. And the best of the bunch is the nail in the coffin. Gets the shot to go down, no chance for the goalkeeper there, and they seal the victory. 3 goals to nil. With about 20 minutes left of game time to play. Great game for Nameless Chaos in their bid to stop Get Club running away with this league. And when you've got games like these, you've got to kill it. And you can tell with the intensity that they are playing with, Nameless Chaos wants to go for the kill. Bones. Santana comes into the midfield, and I think for GFC, they've been kind of slow in the way they want to build up, and that's kind of slow build up. You've got to dominate possession, and they haven't done that too many times. And Nameless Skills have taken advantage of that, and they've been taking advantage of that since minute 1 to right now. Great crossing, big drip. Are they about to prove me wrong? They've got 15 minutes to do that. They have got 15 minutes to do that. Very important goal for GFC as they get it. They get a goal back in this one. But mind you, it's still 3-1. They're still 2 goals down. And they need to start creating the attacks as quickly as they can. Here they come with Santana. Mark, we have something dramatic before this game ends. I know every week when we play, there's always one game that brings a lot of drama, and this could be it. Santana over at the top with a long ball. Juan comes and clears for Nameless Kills. And that's the kind of defenders they've got at the back. Players who can kind of cool down the situations and then get them in a very good positions. Big cross comes in for Nameless Kills. They can come and claim. I think this is also a technique for them to hold on to the ball pretty well. Baki clears and it goes out for a corner. Bones. Try to find the space. Has does get it with the bounce. And GFC can come away with it over the top through ball, but the defender does ever so well. Queen Mother, the midfielder who dominates stuff in the midfield, coming back to help out. Absolutely huge for this nameless chaos team because they do not want to concede one now. The pressure on them in the last 5 minutes is going to be intense. Speaking of the last 5 minutes, here it is with nameless chaos up by 3 goals to 1, virtually and possibly sealing all 3 points in this game. Bones has the runner, gets one over the top defender, comes and clears, but just the pressing from the front has just been the killer for them all game. It's made a difference for them, and they're enjoying from it. Nice effort, just wide off of the post, but to be frank here, they deserve all the points they've had today. And it's incredible with the way they started this game out. Buffy over the top for Mark. A little bit too late for them to get the goal back in this one, but we can't confidently say now that Nameless Chaos have secured all 3 points. Cross comes in, maybe a fourth. But for sure now, they've closed the lid on this game. They have closed the lid on this game to secure all 3 points. Very, very important 3 points for them as well.
Great stuff to start whatever the plan that they've got to keep the league in suspense, trying to put the pressure on Get Club and kudos to Nameless Chaos. They were the dominant team from minute 1 to minute 90 and they've deserved all the 3 points. I'll take my first break and of course I'll be back with all of the games that are happening elsewhere. Remember the Niger Pro Clubs League brought to you by GG Arena, KD Sports, and Effortless Script Sports Network. Stay tuned for more of this. Yo, are you big on FC24? In fact, are you big on esports? Well, there's one place to be. There is a high stakes tournament coming up with 500,000 naira. Yes, 500,000 naira, and it is the Cade Esports Cup for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. The Pro Clubs League action, which has been enjoyable so far, it has been running for a few weeks now. We've seen some excellent performances like the table toppers Get Clubbed already dominating in the tournament, and the subpar ones as well on Solid, who are kind of struggling in the league so far. But the Cade Esports Cup gives chance to everybody, and we might definitely see some upsets in that one. You do not want to miss this one. It will be played in the Champions League format, where we'll have groups and 2 teams will be qualifying out of the groups into the knockout stages. You do not want to miss. The draw takes place this Saturday, so make sure to be there at the GG Arena YouTube channel for all the action, and the action itself when the KD Sports Cup begins is on Tuesday at 10 p.m. every week. So I will be there. The predictions will be open. Our giveaways will also be there. There's everything for you. KD Sports Cup, we are coming big. See, I think the Nigerian Pro Clubs League has produced definitely some amount of goals which we have enjoyed so far. On your screens right now is Niggas in Debt as they take on Eagles FC in this matchup, as Niggas in Debt kindly leading on that scoreline as they do, and just like that, the crossing coming in one. The Niggas in Debt will seal the 3 points, and they could add another goal to just put the icing on the cake. Haaland with the ball into the finish, stamps his authority all over the game, and they're greedy to finish it up. Niggas in Debt seal the victory. Niggas in Debt, who are definitely looking for those points, come up against GFC. Madly lead of those points, just has 1 point to their name, 1 draw, 5 losses. I mean, very, very important game for them as they come up against Niggas in Debt. On your screens, and already the man in white making things count. Niggas in Debt starting off class. I think it's even trickier, and you've got to be alert to the danger. But so far so good. The defenders have stayed there, but what a move and what a finish. This time the cross didn't go into the far post. Nameless Chaos for this matchup. Uptown VLs, everybody who's made this a lot more fun as we head into the second half of the action. Uptown VFC, I mean, I like what I'm seeing. Shots! I just didn't have an answer. I said at the start of the stream that we will have some teams who don't have wins make some noise, but just like that, Abuja XI with a huge opportunity with the whole of the goal to him, but making no mistake, powering of the table, the likes of Unsali, GFC, and Uptown VFC. My oh my, they have put up a big fight. Well, I'm not sure they'd be happy about that one. A very questionable penalty goes in the way of Abuja XI. Will they make them pay? From 12 yards, Lancelot Hofstadts finishes it. 3 goals to 1 now.
The mark striker. Well, probably one of the top winning end. You're not going to care. You're just going to be excited that you are the one just taking time off that clock. But I'm sure at our VFC will be looking to find their way back. But it's looking like a very long way back now. Let me talk. She's doing all the talking up front there. On the volley, goalkeeper, no chance in hell of Abuja X, and then midfield dominance from the likes of Farouk Manzo and Lancelot in those areas have just been incredible. But that could be for the games we've seen today have had loads of goals. All right, welcome back from that quick one. We go straight into some more of Match Day 22's action of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Once again, my name is Slimo, your host and caster for today. We've still got a lot of action to get over with. In this matchup, it's Big Guns who take on the familiar Big Guns who have been in a slump themselves over the past 5 games. They've kind of struggled a bit, looking to get back on track. They're currently the team in second place, just behind um, Get Club Cause, who sits in first place, and they take on the familiar. And it was almost the Big Guns. We're looking to start this game firing on all cylinders. Just 10 minutes gone, and they were looking to getting that first goal. The familiar also find themselves in 8th place with 34 points. So this one surely has the potential to be a very, very good game. Big Guns in the all white kit, kicking from left to right, and the familiar in the blue. I think that's the Argentine away kit. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Cross comes in, the familiar looking to also test the waters pretty early. MVP can come and claim easily. I think I've now familiarized myself with how Big Guns play now because I usually get their games on the main broadcast. And I think over the past week where they were rampant, they came into the form. They had everybody watching now with how great they were. They were the ones winning the games. They were the ones who went on that 5 game winning streak. I think I've had the opportunity to now watch them, and I kind of understand how they play now, and it's an absolute joy to watch them. They're good. On the right wing, cross comes in. Huge save from Seka. And you'll be constantly seeing these back post crosses from Big Guns. It's one of their go-to moves. They can get into a lot of these moves, and when they do, they are deadly from moves like this because usually the midfield is crowded and they like to spread the pitch for Pablo. Big Pablo opens up the lead and gets our opener for the day. Big Guns. The Guns are out now. They are by a goal to nil within 20 minutes. And that's fixture match day 22 of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. And that's what I was saying. The ability to attack from different angles. The variations they can go to. I said earlier that they love the back post crosses, but there they were able to create without using the back post crosses. Going through the middle that time. Crisp passing. Getting the pass into the channels very quickly. And of course, breaking the defense down. The familiar will now have to come back from this one. But great start from the Pro Clubs League action. Cause huge save MVP. Well, I've just got information that that game that we were looking forward to, that GG Arena game. Well, I for one was very looking forward to that game because I think that GG Arena game against the league leaders Get Club was a very fascinating game before they even began. It was a game that a lot of people anticipated because the first leg, GG Arena were the first team to take points off of Get Club. So you knew that the league leaders wanted their revenge. So it was a game I was looking forward to. Well, fortunately, it wouldn't come on today, but I'm sure on Thursday they'll be able to get us that game. We're into 30 minutes of the game now. Animal with the cross comes in. Body for Nakamura. That time outside of the foot effort, goalkeeper comes and claims easily. Soft on the break now for Big Guns, looking to make this one work. Goes around everybody. Seka with another huge stop to keep the scoreline at a goal to nil. But that's a huge stop. And just look how The attacker that just ran away from everybody, and they kind of played into his hands there with a little bit of mind games where you kind of thought he was going to pass or look for the cutback. By that time, just running in one direction, and it just kind of worked for him. Got him into a promising position, but he just couldn't make it work. The goat again wins it back because the ball now just can't stick at anybody's feet at this point. Amibal again gets the cross, and Black Kings are unable to head on to it. Soft. Big switch of play that finds Dappy, the big guns, trying to get stuff to work. And that time, they were closed down very, very well. And you've got to admire the way the family have defended so far. Big Guns are one of those teams that you've got to fear when they're coming at you. I think on the offensive end, they themselves, Abuja XI, Marshall FC, and Get Clapped are the big hitters in this league. When I speak of the big hitters, the teams that score loads of goals, and of course, I think that one Get Club, nobody can touch Get Club, but Get Club are already in their own stratosphere. But guys who have the potential to be close to them are of course big guns. They attack very very well, and like I said earlier, they have a lot of variations to hit. Final minute before we head into halftime of this matchup, the Familia to take on Big Guns. Big Guns are by a goal to nil heading into halftime. The Familia, that ball just goes out of play, and that could possibly be it for the first half of the action as Hassan who sit up the field. So speaking of that table, let me run you through how the table is looking like. So there is Get Club Cause up on the league log with a goal difference of plus 52, 5-2, with 22 games played. Um, they've got a goal difference of 52 with 50 points. In second place comes Big Guns. I think we'll need to update the league table, but as it stands, this is how it looks like. They've got 45. Marshall FC coming in third with 42. Abuja XI 41. Nameless Kills, who we just saw in action a few minutes ago, coming in fifth with 40. Effortless FC also with 40. GG Arena FC have 38. We're looking forward to their game. Unfortunately, it didn't come on today. Hopefully, Thursday we are able to catch them in action. The Familia, who we are currently seeing today, put on a disappointing performance because usually I think they play extremely well, but they've made Big Guns impose their system upon them, and they've not had an answer up till now as the second half almost begins. And there's niggas and there's KD Sports, Uptown VFC, Eagles FC, Carries FC, the Unsullied, and so on and so forth. We are back for the second half of the action. The game is not done yet. It's not all lost for the Familia. They are down by a goal to nil to the Big Guns. I know that is incredibly difficult to come back against a good team like Big Guns, but nothing is impossible here in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. We've seen even much more difficult things being done here. Kuz in the midfield. I think that partnership from Kuz and Nakamura haven't been at their best today. I've liked what I've been seeing from them in previous times, but today they just haven't been at it. There's still the whole of the second half for them to bounce back in this game, but they've just not had the dominating performance that we'd expect from them. They could be punished for it. Bablo, great pass. It's a Dappy. Great control from Dappy there to be able to head that down and find another pass. By that time, crowded in the area. Fujita at the back, quietly claiming dominance in this game. Black Kings runs away from the defender. Tries another effort. MVP can push that one outside for a corner. But they're sending the warning signs now. The Familia warning Big Guns that they can also get a goal of their own. But that time, the corner technique, not the best, and they give it away cheaply. As Big Guns can come on the counter now. Bablu over the top into OD. What a block from Mafia. And it kind of felt like the goalkeeper had it covered, but the defender was taking no chances there. Big block from Mafia to clear it. And I think right after they clear it, they are looking for it to go in on the counter. And look at them go. Maybe that pass coming a bit too early. Um, it's not time for panic stations. I think they've got to cool down the Familia. They are looking to get their goal back or their equalizer too harshly, and that could cause them problems here. Soft on the 10. That time the ball rolls out of play. And it goes for a throw in for Big Guns again. Bablu. Dancing in and around the area. Big switch of play to find OD in the midfield, who was comfortable finding himself there. 64 minutes gone. We're about 25 minutes away from ending this one as well, which has been a close one. Big Guns can't seem to grip the game, and they are awarded with a penalty. That's an extremely controversial one. Huge controversial one, which I'm sure that they will not be happy about. But Big Guns to seal it, they get a second in, and it's a huge second for them. It's a second which potentially puts them in pole position to get all 3 points in this game. It's a second which puts pressure on Get Club to also win their game. Controversial penalty, but I didn't think about that too much. One thing on the penalty taker's mind, get it into the back of the net and get it to the back of the net. He did as easy as you'd like. They are by 2 goals to nil now with the Familia now with a Herculean task on their hands. Here come Big Guns again, now oozing with confidence. That be huge block from Mafia. Oh, that's a great slide tackle there. And timing these in pro clubs is extremely difficult. So kudos to Mafia for getting it back there. He sets the tone for his team on defense. OD. Soft. Soft once again. Exchanging passes with Bablo there. Dappy. Great pass into the goal. Over the top. Well. In Ghana, we they call that team Milo. If you are not watching from Ghana, then let me tell you what Milo is. That skill move he just did there, where you kind of flick. So you flick the right stick backwards twice and upwards once, or backwards twice and forward once. And it depends on the direction which you're facing. If you're facing left, that's right twice, left once. I don't know if you're kind of getting the picture that I'm creating, but at least let me give some lessons for skill moves in this one as we head into the final 10 minutes of this cracker. Big Guns are by 2 goals to nil, but the lead still not safe with Familia. That's lurking in and around these positions. Amimau gets a shot from distance, and you see the movement from MVP, who comes in, claims easily. And look how they're running the clock now too. They just want to keep it as comfortable as they can. But MVP's pass not the best, and they can create an avenue of opportunity for Kuz. That time they can't get it. But you can see the intent is there. The idea is there for them to create, but it's just not coming to fruition. The execution, it's what they are lacking at this point. Here they come again with Black Kings. For sure now, if a goal doesn't go in, I think that might just be game over, and Big Guns will take all the 3 points. They had to get a goal to go in fast as well. Remember, they're down by 2 goals to nil. Mafia at the pass, just not the best, and Big Guns can confidently seal the deal. Dappy and the third comes in. That's the icing on the cake. Soon to also match it. Dappy makes no mistake from close range and seals the deal. For Big Guns, that's the best way to bounce back. Easy peasy 3-0 victory. But if you didn't watch this whole game, you would have said it was a ride in the park or it was a walk in the park for Big Guns. But that's not the case today. I think they've been excellent all game long. They were given one heck of a fight from the Familia, but in majority portions of the game, or in situations where they had to be good, they were good and they got all 3 points. And kudos to them, getting a lot more in this game. And I think in bits. And this game is full of margins. And when the margins came, they took their margins. When the chances come, you've got to take them. And they did take them. And they are deserving 3-goal lead is here. Soft. Over the top. OD chasing after it, can't get it, and Mafia will get there first, but that is potentially going to be it, with Big Guns getting the much needed victory to go down. And there it is, referee confirms it. Big Guns take all 3 points. Yeah, that is going to be it. for a match day 22. And what a match day it's been. We had some great games. Nameless Chaos bouncing back with an important win. They were able to get it. That 2-0 win, and then we just saw Big Guns stroll through their 3-0 win as well. But that's it going to be for today. The Nigerian Pro Clubs League brought to you by Effortless Crest Sports Network. We've got the GG Arena where you're currently watching live on our YouTube channel. Kindly share so others join in the fun. If you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Kindly get on to doing that. And Cade Esports, our big sponsors for the Cade Esports Cup. Watch out for that one as well. Don't tap that there. We'll see you on Thursday for match days 23 and 24. My name is Sly Moore, and I'm out.